What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two-Piece Mandem, and I just freaking farted. But moving on to that, today's video by the title is Frank Lampard and Chelsea's transfer ban, and he's comment when he says that I don't need new players, and I'm just going to share my thoughts with that. And I've listed at least 5 points on what I think on that, on what he said, and how it could affect Chelsea in a positive way and also a very negative way. So yeah, I'm just going to continue with that. So I'm going to start off with my first point. Before this video starts, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you know every time I upload a video. Alright, now so for the first point, what I think it personally, this is from my view, I feel as though it's good to see fresh young blood at the team, essentially, because it's a new generation of players. They're starting Chelsea, they're learning, they're growing. I mean, when you look at players like Steven Gerrard and David Beckham and Paul Scholes, those type of players started in like Division 2 and they got better and better and better, and they became world-class English players. So I feel as though bringing in new fresh blood into the team is the best thing that Chelsea could do, and that's what Chelsea need, essentially, because we've spent over 70 million on Morata. He was rubbish and we loaned him out. Now we sold him to Atletico Madrid. Higuain, he didn't really do that much, and we sent him back, I think, to Juventus. Either way, we still don't have him. His contract's run out, and we've signed some players where they've just been absolute rubbish and they haven't been the best for us. So essentially, I feel as though we need to sign. I think we just need to start with new blood and just develop them and build them. I think that's what we need to do the most, and I think that's the best thing we could actually do. Essentially, just build them. So that's my point on it. My second point is that the young players have a lot of potential and talent, which is actually true. Some young players actually have very good talent, and I feel as though we need to express that more within the team, because we're getting players like freaking he's not the only player in the team, but we're getting players like freaking Marcus Alonso, who isn't young at all. He's like I don't know if he's 27 or 28 or something like that, and he can't defend for crap, where you've got some young players that can actually defend. Fair enough, they'll make a few mistakes and a few mess ups in the game, but let's be honest, that's part of football. That's how you live, that's how you learn. You have to make mistakes to learn from them, and that's how you become better players, and that's just the way it is. And they can have a real and huge impact onto Chelsea, the way we play our fast-paced football, and I think that's what we need in this team, because let's be honest with you, this team has been a bunch of bollocks in certain games over like last season, and we need an impact. We need someone like Hudson-Odoi. We need more young players like Hudson-Odoi that will drive the defence instead of cutting down, going down the wing and then stopping and then passing it sideways again. It's just bullshit. Like, you can't do that. Alright, another one is Chelsea can save a lot of money and we can use it to expand the stadium or buy more quality players in the future. So I feel as though what he said is actually good, because we can do all of that. We can save money, use it to expand the stadium and buy more players in the future. So essentially, if we can expand the stadium, that means we're getting more money and we're getting more tickets being sold, more money coming in through to Chelsea, and we can just keep investing, saving, and we save a lot of money, so we don't have to spend over like 200 million to buy a world-class player, or spend 80 million on like a right back or something like that. Like, we don't need to do that. And speaking of a right back, funny about that, transfer news about Man United signing Harry Maguire and making a bid for 80 million. Now, this is I had to mention this. This isn't part of it, but I had to mention this. Harry Maguire is not worth 80 million. All right. How the frick is Liverpool going to pay 75 million for Virgil van Dijk and Manchester United are going to sign Harry Maguire for 80 million? First of all, he's nowhere near the level of Van Dijk. Second of all, he's a decent player, and he's 30 million. He's 30 million at best. He's 30 million at best. All right. He's nowhere near that the 80 million mark. He's not even nowhere near the freaking 60 million mark. He's not even touching that. So Man United spending what, 80 million just for Harry Maguire? That's ridiculous. And their team's not really like, there's not no transformation. I mean, Pogba's still there. Lukaku said he wants to leave. Like, this Man United team is, it's still a dead. But what do you expect? It takes time. It takes time. I mean, look at Man City. When Pep was there, it took them 3 years and look where they are now. It took Jurgen Klopp 3 years and look where they are now. So you know what I mean. But geez, man, I thought they were gonna splash. I know they were gonna splash some cash, but I thought they were gonna buy some big ass like players. I thought they were gonna like buy some game changers. I don't know about this Man United team, and I feel a little bit more confident going into our first game of the season against Man United at Old Trafford, which I will make a Premier League prediction week 1 about that. So don't forget to watch that when it does come out. So yeah, and also what else? 80 million for Zaha. I think that's just ridiculous. He's not worth that. I think it's just bollocks. But me, staying with the point, like I just said, with Chelsea, you save a lot of money. We'll be able to buy more quality players in the future, and they'll be able to be game changers. All right. Fourth point. If results don't go our way, then Frank might be out the door. I think that's the con with this thing. You don't need new players, but what if these players don't turn up? What if these players aren't getting the results that we require? So let's say we draw against Burnley, we lose against Southampton, and we scrape a 2-2 draw against Sheffield United. What's going to happen then? Like, do you know what I mean? Because those are like bad results. If we're getting dead results and we're like 8th in March, then Frank will possibly be out of the door. As much as I don't want him to go, he might be possibly out of the door, and that'll just be crap for us. Like, I don't want that. That could be just genuine bollocks for all of us, and we don't need that, and that's the problem. So results may not go our way. That's what I'm saying. So you know what I mean. But we can't sign anyone now because we're on the transfer ban. But I'm saying if we weren't on the transfer ban, and he says that he doesn't need any new players, if results don't go his way, what's he gonna do? That's the problem. Alright. And last one, and this isn't me personally, but I'm just saying this is for other Chelsea fans. For the last one, Chelsea fans may disagree with this because when I'm saying they disagree, they'll disagree with saying that he doesn't need any new players. Chelsea fans may disagree with this because without our key man, which was Eden Hazard last season, who pretty much carried our arses to 3rd place and carried us to a Europa League title, let's just be honest, we can't compete against the bigger teams, which I believe is freaking true, because it's just the bottom line. Eden Hazard was such a key role and key part of Chelsea that if he goes, then we really getting into top 4 is just going to be a massive, massive struggle. I don't think we'll reach top 4 personally. That's just me. All right. With the team that we have, I reckon we will be able to get top 4 and compete later on throughout the years when these players are like developed. When I see improvements from these players, like genuine improvements from the young players. But for this one, like we can't. Let's be honest. With this Chelsea team we are nowhere near the level of Liverpool or Man City. We really can't compete for the title right now. Let's be honest. Next season, it's literally between Liverpool and Man City. Man United, they're still a shambles. Arsenal are still a shambles because they haven't signed a defender and they're trying to sign a winger. Tottenham are still dry. Let's just be real with you. They'll try and get in there, but I think they'll just have too many mess ups in the end, and they'll just mess it up altogether. So yeah, and yeah, with us, we just don't have We don't have players that are like similar to Hazard. We don't have players of high quality like Manchester City. I think every single Chelsea fan can agree with that. And if you don't, then I don't know what frick you're living. You'd be living in freaking Mars or some shit like that. So yeah, and that's my final point really. So yeah, without our key man Eden Hazard, we can't really compete for the title or against the bigger teams. It depends how Frank Lampard sets his team up. I know that we did lose against one team 1-0, which was unfortunate. I think he should have played the diamond formation. That may have helped a bit more, but he didn't actually do that. That was the issue. I think he should have done that, and that was the problem. I think the formation that he set out, I know he's trying something 4-3-3 and all that stuff, but he has to stick to 4-4-2, the diamond in the midfield, And yeah, I think certain players just need to step up a little bit more. We were creating chances, but our finishing was off, and that's what I have to say for that, really. Alright, that's the end of the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. Can we smash 30 likes on this video, guys? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe right now, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to ensure that you don't miss a video from us. Social medias and everything else will be in the description as well. Don't forget that. I'll see you guys in a bit. There's going to be more videos coming soon. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.